Hi, Jenny here. And what a day, wow. It's not that warm, but it's just so beautiful in the sun. Now, today we're going to talk about rhubarb. This is my rhubarb patch. Just here I have, I think 5 or 6 quite big plants, and they get bigger every year. And I always wonder why I have so much, but I think it's beautiful. Mainly what I do with it is all this rhubarb. There's so much of it. I harvest enormous amounts of it every year, and I put it straight in the freezer, and then now and then I make a batch of rhubarb juice, which is really popular, and every now and then a rhubarb pie, but we get through a lot of rhubarb juice. The bokashi question is what to do with the leaves, because you know a big part of every rhubarb stalk is this huge leaf area, and people ask about putting it in the bokashi bucket. I actually don't, and there's no real technical reason for that. It's just that it takes so much space. So I use them for to cover the ground here as mulch straight under the rhubarb plants. So when I'm out picking rhubarb, I just snap it off at the base. You know, rhubarb is quite easy. It has a place that's a little bit perforated where you can just snap it off. And then I also just snap off that, or if I have a knife, I cut it nice and neat. And then I take these leaves, one after the other, and then I just put them around the base of the rhubarb plant directly as a mulch. And there's different reasons for that. One is that I just don't have space for all of this in my bokashi buckets. Honestly, I don't. Two, I think it's good to restore the nutrients back to the soil. There's a lot of the energy in the plant goes to producing these huge, big, beautiful leaves, and it's good to give it back to the plant. It doesn't seem to be any problem with that cycle as such. The other thing is that by mulching the ground around the plant, you keep it moist, you maintain a good moisture level for the roots, which the rhubarb really likes. You stop the grass growing up alongside it, or any weeds or whatever. You actually never have to think about weeding again. And all of this will just like disintegrate, disappear into the soil. You wonder if you ever put it there at all, but sure enough you did. So just keep piling the leaves back on. If you have other good stuff you can add, like grass cuttings are fantastic, or here in these boxes I've mulched them up quite heavily with straw, with the silage that I get that I've talked about before. And I keep building up the soil, because as the rhubarb grows, you find the soil level goes down if you grow in boxes like this, and that's a sure sign, if you think about it, that you have to replace what you're taking out. So just keep adding back whatever. The thing with nutrients, though, is that you can fertilize your plants in other ways, like maybe using bokashi liquid is really good. You can use that up until about the middle of July, at least here in Sweden. After that, you need to leave the rhubarb to itself, like stop harvesting, leave it to itself to recover, because rhubarb grows really early in the spring, and then it needs to get a really good start for the spring, which means it needs to do its work already in the autumn before the spring. So that's that little rhubarb story. Now I just have to pick as many as I like of these and enjoy whatever nice things I might make from them.